What is going on, guys? Brandon over here at Geek Talk, and of course, I have some fun news on Christmas Eve. Somebody decided to say some stupid shit. And there's a few things I get passionate about in this world. It's Star Wars, it's Marvel, and sure as shit, it's Game of Thrones. And Mr. Peter Dinklage, he just had to say something. He just had to say something. And I want to go deep on this. I want to go hard in the paint. I want to tear this. It's Christmas. I'm trying to keep it PG, right? Shit's okay word. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to try at least to leave it at that. And if you guys haven't noticed, I got a new little webcam overlay. Oh, wrong way. Yeah. It's amazing what $25 on Fiverr will get your ass. Anyways, Peter Dinklage says Game of Thrones upset fans because they wanted a happy ending for the pretty white people. Now, I like to say I went as hard in the paint as I did with Game of Thrones with Star Wars and Marvel. You know, Marvel, I'm getting there nowadays. Star Wars is just hard. You know, I thought I was very well informed until I found a little thing called YouTube and really started watching some channels about Star Wars. And fun fact, I don't know shit compared to a lot of people around the world. But Game of Thrones, dude, I went deep, dude. I got everybody in my circle. I remember after Spartacus got over, I was like, okay, I'm going to give Game of Thrones a chance. I never watched it because I was always a Spartacus guy. You know, it was like rival company, Star Wars, HBO. I just wasn't going to watch it. And then Spartacus ended. I said, you know what? Game of Thrones, let's see what it's all about. Fell in love with it. Sad fact, first chapter book right here. Now, this isn't the original copy because some motherfucker jacked it from me. Boom, dude, I got all of them right here. I mean, you can see the little white one. I got all of them right here. George R. Martin finished the books. But first chapter books ever like read, you know, I always got by AR with just reading those bullshit half-point books, you know, like everybody else does. I wasn't into chapter books. Game of Thrones did that for me. A Song of Ice and Fire did that for me. George R. R. Martin did that for me. And I speak for multiple people. I don't give a shit if you're woke. I don't give a fuck if you're whatever, you know. Everybody was upset with into Game of Thrones. And to see this guy, a fan favorite, a character that was butchered because of lazy writing, because of lazy directors, because of everything, because of a lazy author who can't finish a book. They ran out of dialogue by like season 6 for oh my God, Tywin, Jaime, Cersei, Tyrion. Jesus Christ, I've closed my mind off to Game of Thrones, dude. Like Game of Thrones was like the apex for me. It was like the greatest thing I've ever seen on television. And now it's unwatchable. I just can't watch it. Every time I think about watching Game of Thrones, it's just like, well, season 8 happened. I can forgive season 6. I can forgive season 7. Season 8, man, can't do it, dude. It's like playing Red Dead, man. Love the story. Every time I think about the multiplayer, can't do it. Just don't want to do it. Let's dive into this article, guys. Sorry I rambled. I am super passionate about Game of Thrones. It's one thing that I studied, I learned, I just knew everything. And then I got fucked. Oh, sorry, Christmas Eve. Peter Dinklage has some specific views on why fans didn't like how Game of Thrones ended. They wanted the pretty white people to ride off into the sunset together, he told the New York Times in a recent interview. Dinklage then cited GOT's fantastical elements as a reason to not really get caught up in the show. By the way, it's fiction. There's dragons in it. Move on. What an arrogant thing to say, dude. This show made you millions. This show that had dragons. This show that was fiction. You know what? The thing about television, the thing about books, the things about video games, the things people love about it is escapism. They get to go into this world. Yes, we all understand it's fiction. It's not like we're fucking 10-year-olds that still think Dungeon and Dragons is a real thing. It's like, dude, it's just escapism. We want to be entertained. We want to just get out of the real world. And if we can be like engulfed by a show or a book or a movie or a game, that's awesome. That's why we love doing these things. That's why we love watching these things. And to make a joke out of it, no shit it's fiction, Peter. No shit there's dragons in it. No shit it's not real. Dude, it's so arrogant. Beyond arrogant. Beyond arrogant. No, but the show subverts what you think, and that's what I love about it. Yeah, it was called Game of Thrones, but at the end, the whole dialogue, when people would approach me on the streets, who's going to be on the throne? I don't know why that was their takeaway, because the show really was more than that. Yes, there was more things about that, not more things about that, but there was more things going on in the show. You know, you had Arya's storyline, you had Sansa's, not necessarily the Iron Throne, but Sansa, you know, she wanted to be Queen of the North, whatever, King of the North. I don't know today's world. I don't know the proper terminology. But there was more going on besides the Iron Throne. As the show developed, yes, it started out as the Iron Throne, but the show developed into something more. But that doesn't change the fact that the conclusion was who was sitting on the throne. Daenerys' storyline, a main character, was still based off the throne. She wanted the throne. She wanted to be Queen of Westeros, the ruler of Westeros. That was the essence of the show. Everything about Jon Snow was, oh my God, he's going to sit on the throne. Nobody thought Bran, well, maybe there's a couple people. Nobody wanted it. You know, nobody wanted Jon to go back to the Wall. Nobody wanted Arya to kill the Night King. I mean, this Dinklage also said he believes that people rallied against the finale almost out of anger, as if they were in a relationship and were being broke up with. It was the right time, no less, no more. You don't want to wear out your welcome, although I'm not sure that could have. Dinklage explained, but I think the reason there was some backlash about the ending is because they were angry at us for breaking up with them. We were going off the air and they didn't know what to do on their Sunday nights anymore. They wanted more, so they backlashed about it. Dude, this whole interview riddles with arrogance. And this is one of the last guys I would have thought I would seen it out of. Peter Dinklage was such a fan favorite. People loved him as an actor. People loved him as Tyrion Lannister. People were just in love with him. And to see him behave and say this stupid shit, I mean, it was the right time, no less, no more. No, it wasn't the right time. You could have squeezed in 1 or 2 more seasons. You could have ended it right. You could have given Daenerys' story a little more. You could have gave Jon's a little more. You could have gave Arya's a little more. Fuck, you could have gave Sansa. You could have gave Theon. You could have gave Jaime. I mean, you want to talk about lazy writing? Does anybody in the books, and I haven't finished the 5th one, or the 4th one, I may have lied earlier. I've read the 5th one. I finished all 4. Does anybody think Jaime is going to end up with Cersei? Jaime has one of the most redeeming arcs, and they didn't know how to end it, and they just made him get crumpled by a bunch of fucking rocks with his sister. Jaime was ruined. The only thing they maybe did right was Theon. Outside of that, I don't know. Arya, nobody wanted her to kill the Night King. You build up season after season after season, Jon Snow and the Night King, the final showdown. We didn't get it. We didn't get the ending. And I'm sorry for wanting a certain ending. And I get so fired up about Game of Thrones. And I don't want to hear your bullshit. Yeah, bring your bullshit in the comments. Because I will go hard on your ass, dude. Like, time out. Hard on your ass. I'm not going to go, like, literally hard on your ass. I'm just going to let you know that you're fucking wrong. But I think the reason it was some of the backlash was about the ending, because they were angry at us breaking up with them. We were not mad about the show ending. We wanted the show to end right. We wanted all it was about season 8. You know, the directors had their Star Wars deal that they got shit canned from because they butchered the shit out of Game of Thrones. The actors, I thought the actors would go on to bigger and better things. And there's a few. Yes, you're getting a few Marvel roles, but whoop-de-fucking-do. And it's a monopoly. You got HBO, you got Disney, and you got, Sony? It's not hard to get a job in Hollywood right now. If you're a big A-list actor, it's not exactly hard, but I feel like careers were ruined. Opinions were changed. Directors couldn't get jobs. I mean, the whole shebang, dude. It was ended so illy. It was improper. It was not correct. It was not shebang. It was not shaboom. It was nothing. It was so fucking poorly written and rushed. It's not about a breakup. It's not about being sad or upset with you guys ending the show. People wanted the show to end properly. Nobody's upset about Breaking Bad. They took their time with it. I've never seen it, but I know it's Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad were, parallel the whole run. People loved Breaking Bad. I didn't see this uproar because of a show ended, being upset about a breakup. Fuck you, Peter Dinklage. That's what I gotta say. Fuck you, Peter Dinklage. You little bitch. And I'm mad, dude, because I love Game of Thrones. I devoted so much of my time, and so many people did. We dug into the lore. We tried to find out, conspirize? I don't know if that's a word. But we tried to find out who Jon Snow's parents were. We tried to see Azor Ahai, all this shit. Lady Stoneheart. We tried to figure all this stuff out. And it didn't mean anything. Because you and the writers and the directors We're lazy. That's the bottom of the line. That's why everybody's mad. That's why everybody is upset. That's why nobody has a desire to see the new prequel. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. I still have a desire just because I have hope. It's just like Star Wars, man. I still have hope. I'm not going to be blackpilled with this shit. But dudes, the arrogance, pure arrogance. And I may have gotten a little upset about this, dude, but Game of Thrones was passionate, man. I loved Game of Thrones. I love A Song of Ice and Fire. I would love for George R. R. Martin to finish the final book. Maybe not even the final book, the second to last book. It would give me motivation to read the 5th book. But if the guy's never going to write it, what's the point? Because this is what I got to live with. The ending to Game of Thrones. The ending that I'm so selfish for disliking because it ruined characters. I mean, give me a break, dudes. Give me a break. You know, I got this red and green lights behind me. I'm feeling jolly. But I see this kind of shit and it just brings my mood down, you know? I love Game of Thrones. I loved Tyrion. I loved Jaime. I loved Jon. I hated Sansa. Arya was okay. I loved Daenerys. I loved Cersei. I loved Joffrey. I loved Tywin. I'm trying to think of names of everybody who I loved. I loved them all. I got a little heated. This video ended up being a little longer than I thought it would be. But Tyrion, Peter Dinklage, fuck you for this stupid take. This just shows how arrogant Hollywood is. Just how arrogant. And yeah, I'm going to plug your ass. How me liking this dude, this beautiful fucking man, Mel Gibson, makes me a racist. That's how arrogant. That's where we are in the world. They want to come up with excuses. They want to blame race. You know what? I always say this. The key way to stop racism is quit fucking talking about it. And who's the only one talking about it? We're all in the real world. Get off Twitter. Get off YouTube. Get off Facebook. Get off Instagram. This shit don't exist. You wanted to stop? Quit talking about it. Quit voting for the right side. Quit putting your money in these bullshit companies and these bullshit actors. Whoo! Woo! I'm going on a tangent, guys. I even had to put some Copenhagen in for this shit because Peter Dinklage just damn ruined my night. Call me passionate. Call me arrogant. Call me stupid. I don't give a shit. This is ridiculous. This is insanity. Now I got something else planned for my next video. It's going to be a happy Christmas. I'm going to rank my Christmas movies. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass. I don't give a shit. Because I have some questionable choices for my favorites. But yeah, that's all I got on this subject. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. Comment. Let me know your thoughts on this whole scenario. And if you're interested in future content, please subscribe. We're trying to finish the new year out strong. We're at a little bit of a standstill. It's kind of hard to upload some videos. So I've been trying to do some shorts. End of the year, holidays, it gets crazy. And I'm about tired of it. I'm about over it. Let's go, Brandon. Boom, boom. I know I'm trying to bring it back. You know, all those Brandons out there, I apologize. But yeah, subscribe if you're interested in future content. Try to love everybody. Or love yourself. Try to love everybody. Deuces.